What is going on, boys? Your man Vinny Keys. I'm here to bring you another couple of shootout commentaries asking you, what do you guys think about a couple of topics I'm going to be showing you. As I mentioned in a previous episode talking about Marc-Andre Fleury, as you guys can see here, we're using the Pittsburgh Penguins. I want to know what you guys think about the Pittsburgh Penguins this year and Marc-Andre Fleury signing a 4-year extension to play with the Pittsburgh Penguins, even though he's had some troubles in the past couple of seasons in the playoffs. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. I think it's a little bit, I don't know, not that it's off. You know what I mean? Like, he's a very good goalie. He's proved it in the regular season. He's just had a bad couple of showings in the playoffs, as the entire team in Pittsburgh has. I can tell just in general that some of the big name free agents are not going directly to Pittsburgh as they usually would, knowing that they're going to be second fiddle to Sidney Crosby, because not too many people can seem to play with Sidney Crosby. And it seems like as of right now, he's kind of found somebody, obviously, with Chris Kunitz and a couple other guys that are filling in. He's got guys like Pascal Dupuis, but doesn't have any big name guys. Like Patrick Hornquist was their biggest name guy that I guess that was brought in the offseason. Obviously, you still have guys like Evgeny Malkin and whatnot, and Chris Letang, and now obviously with Marc-Andre Fleury signing on for 4 more years. They're still a great team. They've got a couple of good players. Like I said, they're outside of that whole circle. But like I said, I just don't see big name free agents coming to Pittsburgh like they used to. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the video. I don't know. With regards to Marc-Andre Fleury specifically, I don't know. Like I said, he's had some tough years in the playoffs, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't really be getting rid of a goalie that's won the Stanley Cup in general. You know what I mean? Like, he was on the team, like when this whole core team won the Stanley Cup. That they've lost pieces since then, obviously, with Bill Guerin and Jordan Staal and a lot of other guys leaving. And I mean, just a lot of guys. Moving pieces happen when you win the Stanley Cup. And you know what? To have a couple of bad seasons in the playoffs, I know that's when you get paid, or not when you get paid, because officially they don't actually get paid unless they win series and bonuses and all that stuff. But that's a different topic for a different day. Like I said, for these guys in the playoffs, that's where you guys get paid the big bucks. I mean, that's where they land the big contracts, because they know that's when the best hockey is played, is in the playoffs, and everybody knows that. But I don't know. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Marc-Andre Fleury signing for 4 more years. Is that a good decision for Pittsburgh? Was it the only decision you think that they had? Or, you know, there wasn't anybody out there that was going to fill the role for the next couple of years like Marc-Andre Fleury would. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, for goalies that are out there, a lot of guys are signed to long-term deals. As you can see in the new NHL, a lot of the big-name players are signed to 8, 9-year, 10-year deals. So they're very hard to get, very hard to move. Like, the only one that I've even heard inklings about this year, yeah, I used inklings. I used that word, was Jordan Staal. But you hear that getting shut down. But Eric Staal actually out of Carolina, because Jordan Stahl's actually got a broken leg. But Eric Staal out of Carolina, but then the owner and the GM kind of nixed that right away and got rid of that whole rumor. So I don't know. They said there's always going to be a chance of a big star moving, depending on how bad the team's year is going, or if they're really trying to tank to get Connor McDavid. This could be a bit of a special year for that whole thing. But let me know, like I said, in the comment section, what you guys think of Marc-Andre Fleury signing with the Pittsburgh Penguins for 4 more years. Was it a good decision, bad decision? You know what I mean? You're up in the air about it, but you guys let me know. We're moving on here now to the San Jose Sharks. Now, this team here has confused me for years. For any of you guys that are in hockey pools, or you guys do playoff pools, this is always the team that frustrates you the most, because in the last 5 to 8 years, you know what I mean, you could say, I guess, but like at least in the last 5 years, every year you look at the playoffs and you look at the San Jose Sharks, and this could be their year. That's what everybody says. This could be their year. And you know what? Like, it's hard to bet against them. Like, they've got a great team. I know Joe Thornton's getting a little bit older. Patrick Marleau's getting a little bit older, but Patrick Marleau can still snipe. Joey T can still pass and still handle the puck really well. I don't know how he's going to take, you know, losing his captaincy and that whole thing in the room. I don't know how that's going to work, but they're still a stacked team. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, it's hard to bet against them, but it's just, you know what? Every year going into the playoffs, they always seem to get that one matchup that is just bad. Like, it's just not a good matchup for them. Every year they either run into LA, or they run into Detroit when Detroit was running the league, or they'll run into guys like, you know, just teams, Anaheim when Anaheim was winning this. Like, they always run into that team that goes on to win the cup, or just is one of those teams that just is not a good matchup for them. But like I said, every year you say that they're going to be the team to beat. You know what I mean? They always go. They have a great start. You know what I mean? Joe Thornton puts up his 80 points. Patrick Marleau puts up his 70, 80 points. And it's just like, you know, you think that they're going to have a great playoff run. And like even adding Antti Niemi, a Stanley Cup winner with Chicago. You would think that having, you know what I mean, adding little pieces like that. Adam Burish, another player from Chicago. Like little pieces from ex-Stanley Cup champions are just not panning out just yet. I don't know. Like I said, for me, I think that the Stanley Cup window has closed, to be honest with you, on San Jose. But you know what? That's just me. I would have thought that if they were going to win, they would have won by now. But they do still have a great team. So it would not surprise me if they did make another deep run in the playoffs. Like I said, with Joe Pavelski, Logan Couture, Joe Thornton, like I said, it's Patrick Marleau, Antti Niemi as a goalie. If he can stand on his head like he did in Chicago a couple years ago, anything can happen. But you know what? Like I said, we'll see what happens with their young core guys. If they can step up and get them some wins, and like I said, get them back in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, Marc-Andre Vlasic on defense, and you know, we'll see, like I said, as the season goes on. But like I said, I think that their Stanley Cup window is kind of closed, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens with Joe Thornton and the San Jose Sharks. But I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section. Smack the like button if you guys enjoyed some of this stuff. I'll do more shootout commentaries, talking about some more future topics, unless you guys want to let me know in the comment section what you want to talk about, or what you guys want to think, or what you guys want to ask, or what you guys want me to ask you guys, and we'll go from there. All right, boys, it's your man Vinny Keys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.
So many pieces all back together now. What's your vision?